this new program that's being offered, kind of a combined team effort between MSU Billings and School District 2 here in Billings. And basically, the gist of our conversation with Evelyn Pyburn yesterday was, hey, this is great. The more that these kids can knock out some college credits in high school, it keeps them challenged, it keeps them motivated, it keeps them engaged, and it's going to save them some money and save them some time once they get to college, if they decide to go to college. So just a great deal here. But we've heard about programs like this before, where high school kids, not just here in Billings but across Montana, can get college credits while they're still in high school. So what's this new agreement? What's this new partnership? Well, we've got both MSU Billings Chancellor Dan Edelman and School District 2 Superintendent Greg Upham here in studio with us. Gentlemen, great to have both of you here at the same time.
Thank you, Aaron. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Good morning, Aaron.
Yeah, good to see you. Well, first, Superintendent Upham, maybe we'll start with you, because I know you've been doing some cool things since you took over as superintendent of School District 2. I really like the job fair for kids in high school. So, hey, for those who figure out that, well, maybe college isn't my path, or maybe college is my path, but I also want to work a part-time job, you're showing them all the opportunities that are out there, and you're supporting Montana businesses at the same time.
Yeah, well, thanks, Aaron. You can't do this without a great partnership. And when I took the job as superintendent, one of the first people that I met was Chancellor Edelman, and we sat down and had breakfast. Now we have a standing monthly breakfast meeting where we talk about options and opportunities for students, and really challenging the system to shift the paradigm. And, when you look at offering students college credits, high school students, you have to break the system that we're in, thinking that you have to finish 9th grade to go to 10th grade, and you have to go to 11th to go to 12, and you have to finish 12 to go to 13. And basically, if you go way back, and us that are parents, not every child spoke at the same age or walked at the same age. And I've known for a long time, being a high school principal, that we have high school students that have the cognitive ability and the support to handle college level courses. So let's just start creating opportunities for them and introducing it at a much earlier age, and they'll respond, and they have. Yeah, and
Chancellor Edelman, I was talking yesterday with Evelyn Pyburn, and of course I'm going to show my age here. I'm getting up there in age now, but one of the frustrating things for me, my freshman year of college, was it was like, I already did all these classes in high school. Why am I doing it over again and paying big bucks for it now? So that's what I like about this, is you can get some of that stuff knocked out. So then when you get to college, there's all sorts of exciting classes that you get the opportunity to take, but you got to knock out all the requirements first. Now you can get that stuff out of the way and get to the real meat and the good stuff that you want to get to when you get to college.
Absolutely. This is a great program for our students. As the Superintendent Upham said, we try to do the best we can for our students. Right now, this semester, we have 950 students taking dual enrollment classes, which is outside of this program. So they're able to get college credit while they're still in their high school classroom. This is a more specific program. They're going to be teachers. We have a teacher shortage in the country. There's over 100 schools that don't have fully qualified teachers throughout the state of Montana. So this is going to be something that's going to be great. So they get rid of 1 year of school in their junior or senior at high school, and then they take 3 more years at the university. What's really good about this program, too, is, as Greg just said, a lot of students don't visualize themselves as college students. I never visualized myself as a college student. So what can we do about that? Well, how about if they're in high school, we have them take a course while it's on the university campus, so they can actually see what it's like to be on a campus, interact with peers, and some of these peers will be their fellow students next year when they go to the college for full-time or whatever. So it's really good. It's a great savings for our families. We'll save over $5,000. That's significant. Plus, they can still stay at home, so we're not even talking about room and board, which the total cost of attending MSUB, which is one of the most affordable schools in the state, is around $15,000, room and board, tuition, everything else. So they can get this done, and it saves a ton of money for them, and they get out into the workforce earlier. They've got less debt. They've got a job. They've got the student teaching lined up. So it's really a win-win.
Well, and I imagine, too, now some of these students might say, well, hey, I'm already doing these courses at MSUB. I'm liking it, so I might as well just stay here to finish my degree or something like that. And as I understand it, this new element of the program, because this has been in existence for a little while now here in Billings. But what this new program does is basically put it on a path. Now you can be on a degree track while you're still in high school. You're already on path to earning that college degree. We've been seeing college credit as an offering, but now you're on the path to a college degree. Superintendent Upham, how significant is that piece?
Well, it's very significant. What's interesting is we, Dr. Edelman and I, have gone out and have met with the senior staff now, the Skyview staff, the Career Center staff, and we meet with West High this afternoon. There are already students accessing counselors saying, very interested in getting into this. So, if you build it, they will come, and it's starting to unfold, and it'll be exciting to see that. So, we've just gotten out and visited with the teachers. We want them to be the first ones to understand what we're trying to do. They actually are the best counselors. They see their students daily, and so we're excited. So it'll be fun to watch this unfold.
And it's free of charge. You can take these college classes free of charge right now? Is that?
The first two college courses are free, and from that point on, they're $51 a credit. Now, that being said, we're going to transfer some dual credit courses in what I just explained, but also AP. So I can take the AP classes, and if I score a 3 or higher on the AP exam, then MSUB recognizes that as college credit, and so they bring that in with college credit. Now, what's really interesting with this, Aaron, is with the legislation that passed, the Advanced Opportunity Act, allows us to support our students in this role too. Because really, not only are we after the students who are going to go to college anyway and make this affordable for them, get them into a track, but it's also, the big piece is to teach the parents how to play the college game that aren't used to playing it, or the students, like Dr. Edelman said, that, I don't know if I can go to college. One, I don't think I can afford it. Maybe there might not be anybody in my family that helped me pave the way, if you will. So this is the most exciting part about this, is it teaches the entire family the game. We're going to teach you the game.
Kind of like OJT, on-the-job training.
OJT, this is how it works.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And Chancellor Edelman, even so there's some free offerings initially, and then of course the AP, the advanced placement courses, apply for college credit, and then $51 a credit hour after that. That's still pretty. That's a really good deal there, even with that at that $51 a credit.
It's a great deal, but what's good about this is we're putting our students first, not just at MSUB, but also at School District 2. So on the other part of this is we want to make sure we have teachers qualified in high schools to teach various classes. And we also want to be able to scholarship some students that can't afford the $51.50 a credit hour. So Superintendent Upham and I, on April 15th, we're going to have a fundraiser where we're going to try to raise money for these students and also the faculty to take some certification courses so they can teach in high school and do some more dual enrollment credits. So it's going to be great. And
that's great. Is it going to be like a pint night fundraiser, or what are you going to, are we going to get a dunk you guys in the dunk tank, or what do you got coming up April 15th?
Well, don't give them any ideas.
Yeah. Man, pie in the face. Come on, let's we'll get creative with this thing here. Yeah.
Well, why don't you come and we'll dunk you?
All right, sounds good. Yeah. That's tax day. I'm already getting dunked enough for one day, so I'll be good. Yeah, but this is on top of other offerings like the Montana Digital Academy and some online classes that you can do, and that's even kind of cool because I know even some people who homeschool their kids are able to benefit from things like the Digital Academy. But so no matter what phase a parent is in or a kid is in, there really are a lot of different things available to go on their plate right now.
Yeah, we have an intense focus when we passed the high school levy last year, and thank the public again for that. We earmarked a portion of that to go to career coaches, and those career coaches are designed specifically. They're starting a lot of their work in the middle school. They're housed in the high school, and they're helping students locate employment, get ideas about what to do. It would be the same thing with the dual enrollment piece, the 1+3 educator pathway. But we are putting an intense focus in the middle schools to create sandboxes for students to play in, to experience different pathways, and then as a system, SD2 is building those pathways and then communicating that to the parent, because that's a big key to this, Aaron, is being able to inform the parent of the career pathways that are available to their student. We want the students to just play and create some innate interest, right? And then go into something that maybe I've always felt that the strongest classroom in the world is the kitchen table. And what we want to do is we want to get our voice to the kitchen table and tell the family and the student who's expressing interest, hey, here are options for you. Here are opportunities. And as a parent, here's what you do to help your child get to these options and opportunities. There is so much need in the business world, business and industry and society, that they are just chomping at the bit to get access to talented students. And now we can open the world up to the students and the families like we've never done before. That's the exciting part of this.
Well, and some of the dumb questions I have too are things like, okay, so will they actually go to the campus for these classes, or will they do online courses, or is it a combination of the two? Those are some of the questions I have. What questions do you have? If you got a question, you can give us a call, 406-294-0970 on our Parsec Data Management phone lines. Parsec Data Management, securing critical business IT. We're joined in studio right now for just a few more minutes by MSU Billings Chancellor Dan Edelman, and also School District 2 Superintendent Greg Upham here with us on Montana Talks. Yeah, Chancellor Edelman, so is this a combination of online college classes and in-person at MSU Billings courses? How's it going to work?
This particular one is actually live in the classrooms at the high school. They're taking the AP courses, and then they also come live and take a class on our campus. Now, we have other programs where they can do online if they wanted to, or they wanted to add additional courses, but this model is built around live courses. It's taught by MSUB faculty, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah, sounds like a great deal all around. What else is happening at MSU Billings this semester? What are some of the other exciting things you've had on the horizon?
Well, one of the things that, besides this, which is really great, I'm flying down to Dallas today to sign an MOU with the University of North Texas Health Science Center. What's that about? They're a leader in digital and forensic technology for identification of human remains, and including identification of murdered and missing indigenous persons. So we're signing an MOU. We're going to bring some of that technology up here. We're going to use our law enforcement officers to be an intake center. Moreover, they have 2 medical schools that are affiliated. We're going to go down there and work it out so we can get some of our Billings students in the medical school. We'll get it financed by the community, and then they come back here and practice as physicians. So that's my goal in the long term.
That's great.
And I'm just doing the first step with the intake center, with the CODIS and NamUs DNA database. So
yeah, and I think at the Career Center, of course, on the Billings West End, they've had a pretty cool kind of medical forensic type class that they've been doing. I know I had a friend's kid who was just singing the praises of that class that she was in. Greg Upham, same for you, School District 2. I know there's going to be more funding discussions after the budget shortfall and everything else. What are some of the other things that are going on in School District 2 that maybe the public isn't hearing much about?
Well, there's an intense effort to open up the system to the career pathways, and we've got the Let's Get to Work job fair coming up at the end of March. We're starting to see students just blossom out into the career pieces, and then we're paying very close attention to academic achievement. We have an intense focus on reading and mathematics in our elementary schools. I applaud our teachers. They're working their tails off, and it's so important that the students have the foundational skills so that when these doors start to open into the career piece, that they're functionally literate in mathematics and reading and writing. And I'm pretty much a fundamentalist in those areas. I know that the other components of schools are extremely important. The music, the theater, that's a lot of the reason students come to school. But we need to improve our mathematics and our literacy, and there's an intense focus on that.
And this is a question I don't really want to ask, but I'd probably be remiss if I don't ask it. But with all the focus on the coronavirus now, and we're going to talk with Dr. Scott Sears here in the next hour and to get all the latest on that front. But, they're talking about, hey, don't go to large crowd gatherings and things like that. They canceled the St. Patty's Day parade in Butte. But so far, it seems like I think here in Montana, everything else is still moving forward on track. The basketball tournaments are such an exciting time in Billings. We got the NAIA tournament coming to town. That's a great time. I'm assuming Butte's still going to have their St. Patty's Day tournament. But of course, for large gatherings of people, schools are probably one of the bigger ones. Are they giving you any indications on that front, on whether any, I guess, would there be a point where things might be curtailed?
Well, watching it very closely, it's changing so rapidly. It's changing daily. I applaud Riverstone Health and their guidance with us. We are in constant contact with them. Right now, we're in a monitor watch status. If we start to see cases, then I think, Aaron, it's pretty safe to say that you'd start to see limitations and reductions of programming. But as of right now, we're prepared, and we're having conversations about what that would look like. But Right now, we're trying to control the fear and the panic, and I applaud Montana. So far, I think we're handling it appropriately, and we'll just take it one step at a time.
Yeah, I'm all about preparedness versus panic. Some elements of the media, it seems more on spreading panic than it does necessarily preparedness. Either way, Superintendent Greg Upham and Chancellor Dan Edelman, great to have both of you join us in studio. Thanks, and let us know anytime you got news you want to share with our listeners.
Thank you,
Aaron.